podcast. 22-minute podcast. Don't want to take up much of your time. Just gonna read some headlines and stuff.
We're going to start. Welcome to
Right
the
back
22-minute podcast. Today is Thursday, July 24th. James Bday, he's not here. We have two episodes left. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know. But no, okay, so HBO, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're breaking back up, right, into, like, Discover. I think literally the companies are. I don't know. Who knows? It's all posturing.
Yeah.
It's all.
I forget that there's, like, just when you're a conglomerate, there's other companies that fucking feed into.
Well, and the real issue is that when they merged, it really was Discovery, whatever, taking over HBO.
So you think, like, Monster Garage meets, like, Harry Potter?
I just wouldn't be that surprised. I mean, that's the reason you got the cooking show, you know, ultimately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so, in my eyes, Discovery wanted to do two things that were kind of counterproductive. They wanted to equally leverage the HBO brand, but that actively then waters down the HBO brand.
Yeah.
You know, I don't trust things that are Max, under the Max brand.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And so, but even then, if my suspicion is, well, that failed.
Yeah.
And that's why they're trying to split this back up. But that doesn't mean they're not going to just try to do the same tactic under HBO. Like they already watered down the brand.
Yeah.
And they've already, like, justified making mediocre content under what was a very, 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 very trusted brand.
Yeah.
You know? And
No, 100. Yeah, I agree that
So.
HBO was a very, very trusted brand.
And they even just, like, okay, the Game of Thrones spinoff looks good, but the plot is trash. And they don't have source material. So there's just, I don't know. It's just not as trusted for a number of reasons, like on the business end, but then also you can see it in the product. And but then also there's still some good stuff. But that always comes down to, like, well, Peacemaker's good. Okay, well, James Gunn knows what he's doing.
Right.
So
do we know anything about what writers might be?
we do know the
affiliated with?
showrunner. I haven't looked into it. But I guess my suspicion is that it will be basically like look at the production and kind of the filmmaking within the Barry Sonnenfeld, whatever, 90s Addams Family.
Okay.
And then kind of look at the tone and the difference and the production difference.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
And even the camera work. Like, it's all so different.
Well, like, he's such a cookie cutter director, I feel.
Well, you
like.
have to be in. This is what I'm saying is, like, you don't.
Well, I don't want that.
No one truly
want
wants it.
that.
But if it's IP, they think they don't really have to have an auteur, which is just ridiculous. Because when you really do look at, like, the struggle that the film series went through, and how lucky they were to get
David Yates.
Well, yeah, they were
Alfonso, but yeah,
first,
Burr, yeah.
and then they were also extremely lucky to get David Yates. You know, like Alfonso.
So you had a consistent finish, and then
when it settled in.
Yes.
Alfonso helped mature the series,
Which is exactly what we needed.
On the third book. The fourth one was all about the Triwizard Tournament, and that worked. It was fun.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna say this.
It's gonna be a better season, but yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Goblet of Fire might be my favorite book because of everything that, like, actually happens within the story arcs of
and they
all
don't
of
address
these
it in the movie.
It's just completely ignored. You know
They
what?
don't
I
have time.
get it. Like, this is still geared towards children.
And they didn't have the guts to break it into 2 movies yet.
100%.
So they would do that now.
100%.
But they're going to have a full season. So.
And then you come in with Order of the Phoenix with David Yates,
Right.
who takes that. He has Half-Blood Prince, and then they separate.
Sets the tone.
I do wish it was a little more like, fuck, we're a wizard. We need to hide out. This is pretty intense for us right now.
Sure, yeah.
We didn't really get that.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, you know, it's...
Again,
I understand.
YA, a little
but
bit.
here's we are.
Yeah.
We're going into a series where you have complete control over everything from start to finish. You have a game plan.
Interesting. you
I'm
never know.
hopeful.
Yeah, right.
I'm hopeful.
They could be behind the scenes like, let's by the third one, let's get as dark as they did in the. We can start the first two just as
you
kind
know what?
of.
I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like my biggest complaint is it's never dark enough.
For sure.
It's never as dark as I feel it is in the book that I'm reading. Like,
yeah. In hindsight, if they the way that the movies ended up turning out, if they did it that pace of increasing the darkness, but then on each level still were a little bit darker, so that jump is still as equal, but you're starting from a higher darkness spectrum. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because the first two books, especially like even as a kid, it's like, I fell in love with the characters and stuff in these like kind of fun first two books, and then they get more serious, especially by the fourth, fifth, and then sixth and seventh. So if that's how it's treated, where like these first two are a little more like, hey, we're here with these kids, and it's trolls and shit. And that's how it is. Like, if they are actively trying to do that instead of just like, hey, cool, this looks like every other streaming,
right?
Whatever.
You can
it stays one tone.
Pull me in.
Yeah.
Playfully pull us in.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, sure.
But then I do.
But then let's
need
really
you
up
to,
it.
like, turn it up pretty quickly.
And maybe the budget will get bigger as the show goes and shit.
I honestly
I don't know why the budget shouldn't be unlimited.
I mean,
it's literally like the
outside of like Marvel and like
exactly.
the MCU,
Star Wars.
Like, this is like
the most successful.
Outside of the Bible, this is the biggest selling book series of all time. You know,
right. No, but the problem is it's in the hands of Discovery. Anyway, whatever. Thursday, the 24th. This show is almost through with its iteration.
Oh yeah, our last Thursday.
Yeah, and then we'll, like I said, or I think I've mentioned this. I don't know that say once these 10 episodes are done, premiering, I guess whatever being posted. I don't know that then the following week you're going to get your first video shop, but we'll see.
Right.
I do want to start out where we're like, hey, let's record 3 weekends in a row.
I do agree.
And we record two
like
each, and then we have 6, and then we can just take a break. And it's just about posting them. So a little behind the scenes, a little inside baseball there. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home, hang out with Buttface. I'm gonna go see.
What you see?
It's 4:30. I'm gonna see Superman again. So anytime with these like movies, I love this. So I have obviously AMC. If you want to pay me, fucking pay me.
Come on now.
I have the AMC Movie Pass. I've had it for fucking years, but I will go and see at least 2, if not 3 movies a week.
Right.
You can see up to 4 movies a week for an X amount of dollars. It's great. Anyways, but with comic book movies, I will make it a point to try to see it at least 2 or 3 times in that weekend it comes out. One, so I saw it yesterday. I'm going to see it again today. I saw it. I know nothing about the movie going into it. There are things I really liked.
Yeah.
There are things that are like, okay, whatever, I get it. So rolling into this viewing, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to try to go out and focus on this and then look at these other things. Then I'll typically go home and I'll watch, like, there's New Rockstars, whoever.
Right.
I'll watch their review.
Screen Rant,
and
whatever. Screen Crush.
See whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, okay, I'll focus on this the next time I go around and I'll see it.
Yeah, cool.
So I get, like, 3 different ideologies moving into absorbing this movie. I'm really excited about it. I really loved it the first time. I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah.
But it should be good.
Man, I have been in the mood. Okay, so I watched one of those types of videos, right, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
About Tenet.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I was like, I did understand Tenet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I doubted that for myself.
Sure.
I guess because so many other people didn't because what it is, and this is really Chris Nolan, like that movie in particular is like, you need to be open-minded as far as how a story is told.
Sure. Yeah.
And I guess I just thought like people were confused by certain motive, which I just realized like, oh, I have questions about the plot, but those questions are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
As goofy as it might have been, I absolutely loved it.
I don't think it's goofy at all. I don't know, man. I really, really, really like that movie. Really liked it when I saw it.
I saw it. In fact, that was the first movie
Me
in
too.
theaters that I saw back to back.
Oh, I thought you were going to say out of COVID, but yeah.
But I mean, it was during the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to the theaters and I watched it, and I was like, I really like this movie.
Yeah.
I need to watch this movie again.
Yeah.
So I immediately bought another ticket, went back into the theater, and watched it again. And
Well,
I really liked Tenet.
I think people were simply confused by the filmmaking of it. Like the like not even the plot. So I mean, maybe they were. I don't know what they were confused by, but I guess I just like no, like that is the kind of movie I want to watch, where it's like there are visual things I need to take in that are going to be important and
that play into the plot, and it's important.
Well, the thing I'm writing, that's not necessarily true about that. You know what I mean? That's such a specific.
Sure.
And I would love to like.
But with the Christopher Nolan movie, you know.
You know what I was talking to Shelby about is
the guy who brought you fucking Inception, and then.
Well, people still.
All the Dark Knight movies.
Yeah, but the thing is like he becomes as the decades go and we become the old film guys or whatever.
Sure.
He becomes like Christopher Nolan. Like it's same
sure
with Wes Anderson.
It's
it's
all
the
thing
same
people
shit.
are saying, but still,
so
but
stupid.
but that's what I want, you know.
100%.
Like that's what I want.
But that's the problem, that it's the same issue of talking about like how all these streaming things look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe the costumes and like the art production, but the film, the camera work, is like all the same.
I'm watching this thing. I know I'm watching a Showtime
pretty
show.
much, right?
I'm watching
Netflix.
Sure, it's fine. But I think that's the thing but that's what keeps me coming back, though, right? There's something I liked about it. It looked a certain way. I know it's going to look a certain way, but as long as it gives me that feeling, it's the same thing I think you look for, like in a band that you listen to. It's
sometimes,
like,
but then
there's still a certain feeling that I'm hoping to achieve, and if I'm growing in a direction, and they're even if you're growing in a different direction, there's still a feeling that it could be a mutual feeling.
I recommend everyone read Peter Brooks' The Empty Space.
Okay,
it's a book that our theater teacher recommended.
Really?
And
can you put a link up so I can?
Sure, I'll put it up.
Here it is.
You got to read. Honestly,
so that way when I watch it, I can go up there and I can find it.
Well, it's a B. Oh, when you watch the video, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a book where if you're interested in not just consuming art, but thinking about it. It's a fine line, and it starts out with the first section. It's broken up into kind of 4 sections, and it's about theater, but it's really about art.
Yeah.
And so the first section is called The Deadly Theater. And the Deadly Theater has a number of elements to it, but to kind of break it down, the Deadly Theater has the deadly writer.
Okay.
It has the deadly audience member, and essentially their relationship is what creates this deadly theater, this kind of deadly in the sense of that it's considered unproductive or like harmful to art.
Okay.
And part of it is right. Like, so you have writers who are writing to please the audience, but then you also have the audience who who wants the familiar, who wants, because kind of like you're saying is like, I return to the sitcom because it does the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then that becomes a dopamine. What?
Is today? Oh, it is July 24th.
Yeah.
The first one on there?
Oh, wow, it's been a year.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa, that's
yeah,
wild.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Okay.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll
get
get to
to
that. I think we'll get to that. What time we got? But but so
the dopamine.
Right. It's simply, it's an audience not wanting to be challenged, and it's them subconsciously wanting to know already what's going to happen, and know how they're going to feel, how this piece of art's going to make them feel. And so, that's an opinion about it, I guess. You could argue, like, oh, what's wrong with that? Like, I don't know that. Sure, not all of us have to be fucking artists, and all of us have to be scholars or something. And we can just sit back and we can just enjoy it. And it's like, sure, okay, well, there's a place for it. But it is a good observation of, like, one, knowing that people are writing for a purpose. And it's not just out of the goodness of their heart and to give you something thoughtful. and to some people that may be completely irrelevant. Like in the sense we were talking about, like if I was like with a partner or whatever, and they were like, we're gonna watch Grey's Anatomy. Well, in my mind, I can enjoy it, but only because I can tell myself like, this isn't supposed to be an Oscar-winning, this is what is this supposed to be? And I just think it's super important to answer that question for yourself.
Sure.
What am I watching, and what is it supposed to be?
Right.
And that's part of it too.
Yeah.
If you ever hear me say of the Empty Space,
Yeah.
if you ever hear me say, it's like the only non-fiction book I've ever read. And so if you ever,
And this is the book that Sarah recommended.
yeah,
Yeah, really.
and so
When did you read it? I'm sorry,
the first time I was like 22, maybe.
Okay. Is that when she recommended?
No.
Oh, she recommended it like while
she
we
just
were in
had
high
it.
school.
She had it. I don't know that
Okay,
she was
yeah.
like, you should read this. I just remembered that she had it.
It's so funny. Like I remember, like I don't know why I remember this, but like going like to her apartment when we were still in high school.
Mhm.
But like she had like a Cranberry CD. I was like, oh, you listen to Cranberries, and like maybe I sounded like a fucking asshole.
Sure, of course,
when like
yeah.
I said that.
Right.
But like I have that CD like on vinyl.
Yeah.
And like that
Yeah.
that record like means a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just know that I was a fucking asshole. When
oh,
I
me
was
too.
Fucking
100%.
like
No question.
16, 17, and 18
What?
for sure.
Yeah, no question. But
I think about Sarah all the time, and we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you, Sarah.
where would I be? Would I be successful without her? What are you saying?
I don't know if I'm saying that. I don't know if
I'm
we would
joking.
Be,
It's a joke.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I'm
baby.
joking. I'm saying I'm not like in a great place or nothing.
No,
but
no, sure, but I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily
be
think
who
about
I
the wor-
am. And
Yeah, think
yes.
about the world.
It was a word choice.
Yeah.
I exploited your word choice to make a joke.
You
I
fucking
apologize.
asshole.
Yeah.
But I think Cindy would say the same
Sure,
too.
sure.
Like
Yeah, she was influential. I mean, I remember someone suggesting that, I don't know. You get older, and I guess you can see when you think about it. I mean, she was a late 20s person who, did she need to? I don't know. What was she doing? Why was she doing it? I can appreciate it, and you can appreciate it.
Right.
But other people had different experiences, and other people didn't get on the little inside group that we were able to. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
there's so
that's
much
true.
to it.
That's true.
There's so much history, but I mean, we can still appreciate obviously the influence she had on us, and she did have an influence on a lot of people. And I appreciate her encouraging me taking us, obviously, but yeah, I appreciate the effect she had on myself to take art seriously and that kind of thing. But I super appreciate it. That's all I can really say. But I mean, also I think I made somebody cry in high school because I thought I was like doing good, taking stuff seriously, and that shit happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely did the same thing.
But I personally, I
think I was just a dick. So everybody knows. One time I told somebody I was I a freshman?
Yeah.
Was I a sophomore?
Yeah.
But I told them the only reason they weren't around is because her mother didn't have access to a rusty coat hanger.
See, that's just vicious.
And I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
The people who called me Bobby also thought it was funny.
Of course.
But really, I was just being a dick because I had a crush on this person.
Of course.
And they didn't have a crush on me back, so I just said something really mean.
If I ever treated you mean, it's only
So
because
fuck
I'm
me.
sorry that I never had you as my own. Not an M word, something like that. Anyway.
She and him?
No.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
But no, I made someone cry because they were an understudy in my senior direct,
Okay.
and then they tore their something in volleyball, and I really just I did not mean this to be mean at all.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, cool, you don't have to show up anymore, because that's what I would want.
Right.
If I was her.
Oh, yeah, right, really. You don't have to do this. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to come here anymore. But she thought I was kicking her out or something. I don't know. And then I got in trouble. But see, that's because I lack sensitivity.
Yeah. Well, I told a very sensitive man rub that I was going to swear. And then, anytime I would swear that I would look at him and I would say, I'm sorry. And I swore a lot.
No.
I still swear a lot.
Yeah.
Ripley's fucking believe it or not. But I remember, okay, do you remember he's from Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Okay, well,
that's who I was the meanest to in my entire life.
yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well,
And then when I realized it, it was kind of shocking. But anyway,
he said something to me, and I laid into him.
Sure.
Then I used some really coarse language, and as soon as I was done using coarse language, I stopped because this was in front of the entire fucking cast. I'm sorry, Luke.
Well, at least Hey, that's actually really interesting. Like when you think about like a cast of characters, right?
Yeah.
Like the variety that is, like, you have the representation of almost everything in that group of people.
Yeah.
Like think about Deadwood or some shit.
Sure.
Well,
I've never seen Deadwood. But I understand the premise.
You got the religious guy,
Yeah.
and he's always bugging you about, like, you're just trying to live your life, but he's like, yeah, but guess what? You know what I mean? And like, you kind of feel bad about it.
But guess what?
Yeah, you kind of feel bad about it, but you still continue to live your life. But he's still there to remind you of, like, yeah, but you know what you're not thinking of? Being humble and not being a dick. Anyway,
You're absolutely right.
they should write that. Not like some stupid romance high school thing.
Yeah.
It should be way more about, like, people, like, trying to discover who they are, like, as individuals, not as couples.
Yeah.
But then also, like, there's, like, the super religious guy who's, like, he's really cool.
Yeah.
And he says things that make him think and all that, and make him actually consider. But it's not even overtly religious, in the sense that there are still, like, in Deadwood, it's great because even the people who were like, God's not fucking real, bro, can you chill? It's still the thoughtfulness of the preacher, who's like, well, he's not thinking about himself, and that's all we fucking do.
Right.
And so we still do have a heart for this, and we still, do that in a high school setting.
Yeah.
I think that would be super interesting.
100%.
I'm not going to write it, but I'll help produce it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, we're not talking about nothing. I seriously...
Where are we at in time?
Oh, it's a good question. I think we're about at 18. Oh, hey, you guys, we got 30 seconds on Thursday.
Hold on. Let's just rip through a couple music
Yeah,
things.
do it.
On this day in 2001, Jimmy World shakes up pop punk scene with their fourth studio album, Bleed America. Titular track, The Middle. Sweetness, Get It Faster was one of my favorite tracks. Was never a single, but that song was great. It was on Riding in Bands with Boys. On this day in 2007.
Pre 9/11. Anyway, continue.
2007. This one's for you. Yeah. Spit out their EP. Is.
That's good.
Yeah, your favorite.
It is.
Which I didn't realize was all the songs were written while they were on tour with their first record, Fever to Tell.
Well, that makes sense.
And I listened to Down Boy today.
Yeah.
I've never listened to anything off this EP. It's incredible. It is so good. So fucking good. And then On This Day in 2007, Tegan and Sarah.
Oh, dude, Back in Your Head is such a banger.
It's so good.
It's such a banger.
So anytime I go through and write these lists, I put
back in your head.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. What a fun day.
See, and this is a great place where if you had a drop of me saying dyke, but you don't. So
Not yet. But you know what? I'm also curious. Who might have produced this and what else he might have produced?
Oh, that record?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
It's funny because Mark Hoppus also has produced quite a few records. He produced the third Motion City soundtrack record and a handful of other things after.
I definitely remember him being a producer. I just didn't know exactly what for.
Yeah. Well, it makes me want to go through and do some more deep dives.
You should.
Yeah, I think I will.
All right, guys.
Happy Thursday.
One more.
Bye.